Hey YouTube. Today I'm going to go through our Charlotte Mason sort of day that you may have seen in the video where I went over our curriculum planner, and I'm going to try to be getting this out for Friday so that you can get an idea of what our day is going to be running like on Monday whenever we do our day in the life. That video probably will come out on next Tuesday. So this one is just all about our Charlotte Mason sort of day, not sort of way. So the printable that I showed you before is what I'm going to be going through with this. So my goal is at 8 a.m. to have the kids fed at that point to do breakfast at that time of day. And I have a almost 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an almost 1-year-old. And we will be eating breakfast together as a family, as we always do. And my goal is to start our school day no later than 9:30. Now Monday I know is our first day, but it's going to be kind of a messed up day a little bit for us because we have somewhere that we need to be. As soon as we finish school, we have to get to another planning meeting. So I'm going to be doing breakfast as soon as possible in the morning, but my regular schedule will be breakfast at 8 and then begin school no later than 9:30 in the morning. And whenever we start off school, we're going to start off in the Bible. We use New International Version just because that is what I have. And so I'm going to go ahead and open this up so I can see my day and kind of run through it with you. So we'll be reading from Genesis, and it looks like we're going to be reading about the God creating man. So it's Genesis chapter 1. Chapter 1, verses 26 through 31, and that's where God is talking about making man in his own image. And then we'll go into Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, and how man was formed from the dust of the ground. Then Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 through 13. Oh, it goes into the fall of man and Eve being tempted by the serpent in the garden. Wondering if it'll go into how Adam kind of threw her under the bus to God about her feeding him the fruit. Okay, so we will be going through that in Genesis for our Bible for the first day. And then I have scheduled that we were supposed to start into Life of Fred Butterflies chapter 1, but we did not make it the whole way through Life of Fred Apples. So, because I wanted to give them a summer break. So we'll be picking up where we left off with that, and it's looking like that is at chapter 12, which is called A Leak. Now, we really enjoy Life of Fred because it's a different way of learning math. We will be using this in addition to some math drills. And we'll have like a math drill or hands-on math time on Wednesdays, so it kind of breaks up our week. On the rest of the days, we will either be doing Life of Fred or working through the questions at the end of the chapter, or going over the questions from the end of the chapter. And this has the short story for the chapter, and then it says your turn to play. You have a few questions to answer there. And then in order to move on, you have to answer the questions correctly, and there's an answer key at the end of each chapter. So we will be doing chapter 12 in Life of Fred, and then we'll be moving on to language. And our language that we will be learning this year is French, and that is because I have a background in French. I took it in high school, and my husband did it as well. So we chose that to be the first language that our children learn besides English. And that's actually what Charlotte Mason suggested, I believe, as the first language after English to learn. So I have scheduled to do a language lesson that day, and we'll be doing a lesson on Monday, a language lesson, and then we will be doing songs on Tuesday and Thursday. Wednesday, we will be doing something about the French culture. So just learning about something having to do with France, whether it be an artist or maybe something about their government or just how they live, the types of foods that they eat, anything that is different that has to do with their culture. And then on Fridays, I want to either read a story with them or show them a cartoon in French. I know that was the culture of France and their stories and cartoons and things like that. That's what really drew me into learning French in high school and why I was so passionate about it whenever I was in high school. The next thing we're going to move into after our French lesson will be, and the French lesson is only going to last for 10 minutes, and then we're going to go into natural history and geography, and we're doing Paddle to the Sea. We will be doing the first chapter of that. And I have scheduled to do 15 minutes for that. Now we'll be reading it, and then my daughter will be narrating it back to me. And here's the first chapter. That's it. 1 page. So that, I think 15 minutes allotted for that plus narration is absolutely fine. And we'll probably end up spending slightly less time on that than the whole 15 minutes. After that, we're going to go into phonics and copywork, and I was planning on using Easy Peasy. It is a free online homeschool site where it just runs through everything from pre-K through 12th grade, and they have everything covered there for you. And I planned on using that for phonics and for our copywork. I think I'm going to be switching that up though now, because I want to have more of a Charlotte Mason approach to it, because that's the goal, is to be as Charlotte Mason as possible with my children's education. So with Easy Peasy, we're going to start off with that, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. Now, I know I have a worksheet printed for that, so I'll go ahead and pull that out. I have our things paper clipped together to run through the day. And here's the first worksheet. This is our phonics worksheet. I think we have some copy work for the first day. I'm not 100% sure, so I'll have to look into that and see what we have, if we have anything scheduled. So I'll pull out our notebook back here. No copy work for the first day. See, that's why I'm kind of like, because Charlotte Mason says to do 5 minutes of copy work a day whenever children are very young, just to get them working on their handwriting. So we're really just going to have to see how that goes. The next thing on our list, so phonics and copy work is for 20 minutes. The next thing on our list is memory/recitation. So we have not come up with anything to recite yet. I put it on my husband to come up with the scripture memory verses for us to memorize and then recite later on. And I'm still waiting for him to get that finished putting together. So I will have that before Monday. So we will be working on our memory verse at that point, and I only have 10 minutes scheduled out for that. And the way I try to do memory verses or any kind of memory work is we kind of go around the table. I will say it, they'll repeat after me, and then my daughter will take a turn saying it because she's the oldest, and then my son will take a turn saying it because he's 4. My 1-year-old, he's not saying it yet, almost 1-year-old. The next thing that we will be doing after that is reading history. And I have 30 minutes scheduled for that. I do not think that it will take that long. And it looks like we're reading The Sword of Damocles. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to look up that pronunciation. So we're taking this from 50 Famous Stories Retold. And look how short that is. That's not going to take 30 minutes to read or narrate back to me. So that's actually a good thing because we're going to be short on time on Monday. The next thing we'll be doing is drill on Monday. And for drill, my game plan is it's just kind of like a workout time. I want to do a mommy-child workout. So I found some fun YouTube videos. I may link some of those below as well. And it's just going to be fun, like dance style workout. We'll probably do some stretching as well, just to make it more of a full body thing. Now at that point, on a regular day after drill or drawing, we would then have lunch. This day, our first day on Monday, we will be powering through as much as we can, because I don't want to push my daughter and make her hate it from the first day. So we'll be powering through as much as we can those lessons, and then we will be stopping there and heading out to our planning meeting, and then we will come back in the afternoon to finish up the rest of our day. So we will be then doing poetry, and for poetry we're using A Child's Garden of Verses. This is by Robert Louis Stevenson, and I let my daughter, I had 2 copies of this, and I let her pick which one she liked the most. She chose this one. She liked the illustrations better. So we will just be picking a story or a poem and reading 1 poem a day every day from here. And then we will be doing our picture study, which for first term is Mary Cassett, and this is our first picture that we'll be studying. So we're just going to kind of look at it and discuss it, discuss what we're seeing, discuss where she is at. And this, I believe, is called Woman in Black at the Opera. Very straightforward, right? Then next we'll be doing our handicraft, which I'm going to introduce sweeping, because Monday is floor day. So I like to get all the floors swept. If we have time, we might try to do some mopping. If not, whatever. And then we'll be heading outside for our nature study / outdoor time. Now for nature study, I haven't 100% decided exactly how I'm going to do this yet, but we will definitely be getting outside as much as possible. So after handicraft, we'll be heading outside and seeing what kind of invertebrates we can find, and just do some observation. I also picked up some nature journals. I'm looking at my bookshelf over there because they're over there on the bookshelf and I should have grabbed them. But it's just little books that have blank pages, and there's no lines, anything, so they'll be able to write and draw whatever they're observing. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I want to also say that at 2 o'clock on a regular basis, at 2 p.m., school's done, regardless of what is left undone. I don't want to push my kids to do school all day long whenever they're so young. They don't need that much. And being one-on-one, an hour is going to do it. So everything beyond that is just great, good for us, but it's not necessarily necessary. And the way Charlotte Mason approaches education, it really resonates with me. So I'm really excited for trying this out this year. We will see how it goes, and wish us luck for our first day. And thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos about this and about these sorts of things, just being mom, homeschooling, I will be throwing in some cooking videos and things like that because that's my life. Go ahead and subscribe, and thanks again for watching.